If you have seen The Boys Season 3, Episode 5, sit back, kick up, and let's go talk about it. Hello, beautiful humans. Welcome back to Kick Off Flicks. My name is Christine. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Listen, Season 3 of The Boys, Episode 5 is so good. I tell you right now, I love this setup. The pseudo law and order taking place at Vought is insane. And on top of all of that, everyone is feeling very uncomfortable. Starlight at the present time was making waves early on in the season. Right now, her waves are more like ripples. And everyone else is falling in line because they just don't want to see the other side of if they don't, because they will not be alive to really recognize it, and it would happen very quickly anywhere at any time because they just don't know what exactly Homelander will end up doing. However, though, Homelander is not very happy at the top. He's not. There is something kind of going on that every time he's under pressure, there's like this ringing that goes on. He kind of goes off into his own little world and he just can't really hear anybody. It's almost like he's at a breaking point. It's like, what more does he want, or does he know what he wants at all? Does he want his son? Does he want power? Does he want to be the greatest hero? I mean, how much does he want people to bow toward him in this episode or throughout this whole entire season? All I know, he's just at a point where he's at his breaking point, and it could be either because something that, the Compound V did as a child, or that is a side effect of going insane if you are too powerful, or either that he's just so soaked up on the type of power that he has had for all this time that he just wants to be nothing other than a god. Now, on the other hand, Butcher and crew, they are not really doing too well this season either, because they can't keep themselves together at all, and everyone is walking on the road that they want to go on because they are all striving for something different, and that's what makes this show unique. I think everybody has an objective that they all want, and the best part is that it leads naturally into the same place. So therefore, they always have to come back together one way or another, and they're willing to do whatever it takes just to make sure that their end goal is being met. Whatever that end goal is, I have no idea. At one point in time, it was very clear in the earlier seasons. Right now, I have no idea because it's no holds bar. Now that we have said all of that, we're going to jump into a little bit of spoilers. So you haven't seen this show yet, then I advise you not to go any further because they're going to be some good spoilers. So we going to start off with some good old Homelander. Homelander is not very good at being the leader of Vought right now, because it looks to me that he is struggling just a little bit, only for the simple fact is that he gets ringing, he threatens people if they say something that might not be wrong, and everyone is just falling into place like a doll. The Deep is right there as his right-hand man, and A-Train, well, A-Train is not right or left or anything. Literally, he's probably the shit right now of Homelander, because he is not doing well at all. He's just kind of there existing. And guess what? In this episode, A-Train found out exactly what happens when you are being fake and not being who you truly want to be, because now his family is suffering the consequences of what A-Train is trying to cover up, or whatever he's trying to do at this present time. But either way, going back to Homelander, I'm surprised that he has the ability for such a strong sense of smell. When he smelled the pheromones of Butcher off of Maeve, that was a huge game changer. And I think Maeve finally regretted something, because she did try to make a change, but her not knowing that he has such a great sense of smell was kind of stupid, because they've worked so long together. At some point in time, she had to have known that he does have a good sense of smell, and either that or she just forgot because she just wants blood. She just wants to go after Homelander so bad that she might have forgot that he had a good sense of smell and that he can smell some kind of pheromone of another person on her body. And their dialogue of how intense their relationship was so great, but I feel like she is in a really point of huge danger. It's not like she can just completely disappear, and I'm wondering if she's okay, because guess what? Black Noir, who has been out the picture literally for the whole entire season, finally made a very, very quick half-a-second appearance just to take Maeve, which just lets me know that probably Maeve is weaker than Black Noir. And I am very much shocked that Ashley, who I have not talked about this whole entire season, and it's not because I don't like her, I think she's doing a fantastic job and is a very pinnacle character personally for me in this, as far as humans go, because she is in the best position in anybody in the whole entire episode. It doesn't matter if she's with Edgar, it doesn't matter if she's with Homelander, it doesn't matter if she's with Starlight. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who she sides with, because she's in the position of controlling everything and how the news comes out. She has no choice but to side with whoever's in power, only for the simple fact is it will keep her alive. And I think that is a stronger position as far as humans are concerned, only for the simple fact is she has the greatest amount of power, and all she has to do is just say yes to everybody. The minute no comes out, that's the only part where she will die, and she almost gave it up for Starlight right when she was about to break. But when she started walking around with that big boss energy, let me tell you something, that big boss energy, I truly love it. And it might be a facade, but guess what? While that facade exists, it looks good. It looks believable. At the same exact time, you can see that fear of not wanting to betray Homelander or say the wrong thing, because you never know what he might hear and when. Now, moving on to Starlight, she's in a position at this point in time where she is not doing too well. I mean, before she had some allies, now she has no allies other than Hughie, and then their relationship is literally on the rocks only because currently Hughie is on a path to try to save Starlight, but at the same exact time, you have to sit there and think about, like, really? What can you still do, Hughie, even if you are on Temp V? Because think about it, with Hughie right now, he's on Temp V, the most he could do is teleport, and then he's just naked. You don't know if he could teleport with other people, or if he could just teleport by himself. Either way, what can he do with that ability? Maybe he could teleport into Homelander's body or to another person's body, but you don't know if he'll survive that way. He did that to a human and killed the human, but most soups have a type of resistance. Who knows if that resistance would hold out if Hughie was to teleport into them. On top of all of this, his addiction to Temp V is seriously insane. He doesn't want to be himself anymore because he likes the feeling of being a soup. Now, run with me for a second. I think it's a little bit more than him wanting to save Starlight, only for the simple fact is he is dating someone who is also a soup. Would he not want that same durability? Would he not want the ability to actually save somebody and feel like a superhero himself? Potentially that could be a dream that he's always wanted, or having that power that he could actually stand up to somebody because he's always been bullied one way or another, and especially living in a superhero world and potentially even running into a superhero child that potentially even picked on him. And I know I'm saying the word potentially a lot, and I apologize for that, but just run with me a little bit here. He wants this more than anything else, I believe, right now, only for the simple fact is it makes him strong, it makes him feel like he can protect Starlight, and on top of that, he can teleport by, pinching his butt cheeks, just like he said. But with that kind of power comes the risk of losing his relationship with Starlight. And I can't wait to see if they are going to last or if they are going to fall apart, because Hughie is no longer drawing lines. He is literally losing it and wanting to make something happen. Though, if you've realized, since he's been taking the Temp V, he hasn't really done anything but kill one person, and that is it. So I can't wait to see exactly what he does and how he's going to do it. And if he does the wrong move, will Starlight be there for him, or will she bail? Because at this point in time, she is very, very low on alliances, and that is her only one true alliance. Will she hold on to it? I hope she really does. Now, moving on to Hughie's boss, Butcher. Let me tell you something. This man is addicted to Compound V, and I will tell you this, it looks good that he's addicted on it, but at the same exact time, he is looking to be the martyr. He wants to be the martyr that ends soups, but at the same exact time, he wants to be the soup himself. He likes the power, and he's using it without even thinking about it. He's not even hiding it from the crew anymore. He's very open about it, and he goes, hey, I need this, you need me, and guess what? Together we can make something happen now, and we don't have to wait anymore. And that's exactly what's happening. And their eyes are aimed at none other than Soldier Boy. And I can see why he's taking it, because he needs that power to stand against Soldier Boy. Because Soldier Boy, on the other hand, he is literally a little OP at the present time. Though we don't know exactly the extent of his strength, we just know that the type of torture that he went through to get to where he's at and to gain this new ability, however he gained it. So I'll tell you this right now, Soldier Boy is looking to get some revenge. And I wonder if his agelessness is part of the power, or if they potentially gave that to him. And then while we're on the topic of Soldier Boy, I wonder who else he's gonna go after. The only other person left from his old team presently is Black Noir. I don't think Black Noir was in the position to set up Soldier Boy, so I hope he necessarily doesn't go after him, because what would be the point of going after him? Because he was seriously injured, and however Black Noir is right now, he's no longer talking. He's not the same person that he was to begin with when they were a team. That could be a huge game changer right there, and I'm not too sure exactly how that's going to go. But since Soldier Boy is now working with Butcher and Hughie, who knows what's going to happen in episode 6, and I cannot wait to see exactly what they talk about or what deal that they're going to come up with. But either way, if they have a strong alliance, they are literally going to make the house rock. And I wonder exactly how Vought is going to deal with it, with none other than Homelander, because when things start to shake, I have a feeling that Homelander is going to be by himself. And even if he is by himself, well, guess what? He can still take on a lot of people, because they needed a whole entire team just to hold him down anyways. Now, one character in this episode really did not get what he wanted, not even close this episode, which is Mother's Milk. Mother's Milk is sacrificing his family. The one person who says you need to draw the line somewhere. There's a line you cannot cross. Well, guess what? He crosses it with his family because of his OCD. Okay, great. Check mark. You have an excuse. But now you're going to hold back going against the Soup only for the simple fact is that you just want to confront him as a person on why Soldier Boy killed your family? Who knows if Soldier Boy's even going to remember, because he's been literally locked up and being experimented on for years. What makes you think he would literally remember potentially one family that he killed at some point in time? I mean, maybe it was an important kill. Who knows? It probably was, but we'll find out in the end. But I respect what Butcher did to Mother's Milk by putting him to sleep, because he is saving Mother's Milk from himself. And at the same exact time, Butcher is becoming the martyr for Mother's Milk, because he doesn't want to see his friends die. If anyone is to die, it is going to be Butcher. Butcher needs to go first, in his eyes, from what I believe. If you see it differently, please let me know down in the comment. Other than that, the highlight was the musical with Kimiko and Frenchie. That was really great to see. At first it was really cringy, but then I realized it was really great, only for the simple fact is it lightened the mood, it changed the stance, but it was also a wonderful setup for what was literally about to happen, with Frenchie being taken and being Kimiko left alone, now a human, slowly healing in a hospital with no super strength, not able to heal. She can't go save him, so Frenchie is alone and has no suit to really protect him. And on top of that, they have some wonderful information that they have, from what I believe, have yet to pass on to Butcher nor Hughie. That setup is so great, and that's what I really like about this show, and it is really cool. Now, I do have two questions for you. Do you think Soldier Boy is going to go after Black Noir? And if so, what do you think the reason is? Do you think Black Noir also knew about him being captured because of none other than Edgar? And if that's so, why would Edgar betray his own people that he was training up, unless he just wanted that team to disappear to begin with? And the second most important question, minus I did ask a couple other questions, but the second most important question is, do you think Black Noir has the same ability of anti-aging the same as Soldier Boy? So let me know down in the comments what you think about those questions. And until then, if you like what I'm doing, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button because it does help me out with that YouTube algorithm, and don't forget to click the bell notification for every time I post. You won't miss anything. And most importantly, don't forget to kick up and not down. I will see you next time I post. Peace.